apart.
Well, we're gonna go up to the stop sign and go right. Look at you guys.
Easy, lady. The bearded lady. Quiet on the set, quiet on the set. Joe Wednesday, take one. Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome back to Joe Wednesdays. This is JHaubz, and unfortunately, it's actually a belated Joe Wednesday. What can you do? You know, we were on the road to visit my family up in Cuyahoga Falls, and then we came back and on Wednesday, and I was hoping to get some filming done. It just didn't work out with traffic being what it was around Columbus that day. So we got in late, and I didn't I didn't have the energy to do it. So here we are making it up. That's okay. Firstly, I guess Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to everybody watching. I hope you're having enjoyable holidays and have seen family and friends and have had good times and gotten good gifts and all that fun stuff. I'm just basically gonna splurge about Lydia for the most of this video because it was a really fun holiday with her and it was a lot of good times with that. But unfortunately, firstly I have to report I made the Christmas oops this year. I definitely packed everything up and thought we had everything. We got on the road, and it wasn't until we got to my parents' house that I was like, I forgot their presents. Oh. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first person to ever do that. I won't be the last, but yeah, I felt like it was kind of a bummer because I left their presents at home, and we were doing a white elephant amongst my siblings, and I forgot those too. So I was like, ah, darn it, I've been so good about it. Well. So my seamless streak of not forgetting things is over, and apparently it was just like that was gonna be bad the whole trip because coming back I left Lydia's little potty in their bathroom, and I left Ashley's Kindle was underneath the pillow that we were sleeping at, or in the bed we were sleeping at. So I was like, oh crap. So all in all, not the best, but that's okay. I don't think anybody will hold it against me. But anyway, Lydia had an awesome time with her cousins, and it was a lot of fun to see. We decided sibling-wise that instead of doing a larger gift exchange that we normally done, we decided to just kind of do a combined like gift experience kind of deal where we just go out and do something together. We decided to go down to Lock 3 was the initial option, but then the weather was kind of crummy, and most of the events outside, so we decided against that. We went with Plan B and met at a bowling alley. And yeah, we had a really good time. I was in particularly rare form because at the first game we all played together, but the second game Ashley kind of needed a break, and Lydia was not all that interested in doing any more of it. So they took a break, and I ended up just kind of fooling around with the rest of my nieces and nephews. And so I was playing all three lanes. I was playing the all boys lane as me. I was playing as Ashley in the all moms lanes, and then I was playing as Lydia in the kids lane. And with the kids lane, I kept asking them for different handicaps of what they wanted me to do. So I was rolling it sideways underneath the legs, one-handed, blindfolded for one. And I mean, like, they had the bumpers up, so I wasn't gonna miss. so you know, that was fine. I don't know how I got so good at bowling, though, because I beat everybody the first round with a 134, and then I beat them all with the second round with a 171. And I was like, what? Where did that come from? I have no idea. But it was a lot of fun to kind of like play and interact with the kids when we had them there. And then we just kind of went to BS on some of the arcades that they had at the alley, and there was this one big like first-person shooter Halo big thing, and that kind of became like the centerpiece of the day because they just like loaded up a card with a bunch of credits on it, and they just kept passing it back and forth if anybody died and needed to continue, and they played through the entirety of it. I don't know how many missions, it was at least 5. But they got through the entire thing. I think they also burned through the entire credits on the card, but But yeah, it was they were having a lot of fun with that. And Lydia was just gonna entertain herself, I guess, because she wasn't too interested in most of the games. Like she would be interested for like 5 seconds and be like, oh, okay, I want to go to the next thing. Um, but then like she found this ADA ramp that led down like to where the arcade were. They were like 2 steps down from the rest of the alley, and like literally for like a half hour probably, she was just running circles down the ramp, up the stairs, down the ramp, up the stairs, down the ramp. And I'm like, you are going to crash, aren't you? And lo and behold, we get in the car, we start driving to Margarita Christmas that we do with some family friends, and she is asleep not 5 minutes into the drive. Anyway, but the kids ultimately had, I hope anyway, they had a good time. And then we did Hubbard Christmas the next day. We usually do like breakfast in the morning and open gifts. And then we just kind of free for all day for like the afternoon and evening, and we ended up doing a dinner. And the kids playing all day was just it just made me so happy to watch. Like I don't know how to better describe it, but Maddie and Lydia were becoming quick friends, and the boys were also getting along really well, and yeah, it just like we took the girls to the park, and they were playing with each other the whole time, and then they were, you know, all 4 of them were playing out in the garage with the different toys that we had out there, and then it just man, like I've been sad that Lydia hasn't had more opportunities to do that with them. So when it was going so well, when the opportunity finally came around, I can't describe it. It was just I was so happy to see it, and I think Lydia really had a fun time with them. And honestly, like Lydia's been doing really great with travel, and she's been doing really great with like the bedtime stuff for us and that kind of thing. And I think mom might disagree with a little bit on that, and that's okay. But I also think in part I think I've at least re-gauged my expectations that fit her a lot better, and that's been really good. Because like daycare's been sending us all these notes about like just misbehaviors that Lydia's been having and that kind of stuff, and it got to the point where like I walked up to the administrators there, and it's like, is Lydia like in trouble with you guys? It's like, is she gonna be like, is she under like observation or something like that? Like it is, and it turns out that the administrators were pretty much of the same opinion that me and Ashley were, as far as like the teachers that were subbing in for the primary teacher that was on maternity leave didn't quite have the age range experience that Lydia's was needing. So like they were trying to discipline her like, you know, a 5 or 6 year old, and you can't do that to a 3-year-old. They don't, you know, it's not going to be, it's not even in the same realm of understanding. So it's like yeah, like I don't want Lydia pushing any kids, but like when I ask them why she pushed them and they can't tell me, it's like, well, okay, like listen, like there has to be some context to this. There's a cause and effect. Lydia's not just misbehaving like this or all that kind of stuff, but anyway, those kind of notifications happen enough where I was just kind of like, you know what, this is not sounding like my daughter, and I need to relax my expectations on her, because I like seeing those notifications over and over and over again was kind of causing me to be like, oh my god, I'm like failing and I need to do something for her. And it's like, no, I think she's in exactly the right spot where she needs to be right now. And like for me individually, like I've been wondering, like I think previously I've been wanting to help her with her shyness, and it's like help her be a little more interactive with people and not be so shy. And the thing was, it's like, well, you know what, maybe she just is shy, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if we just the more I've just kind of let her be, the more she's blossomed socially anyway. So I just need to Like I learned that like I just needed to like, you know, hands off and let her go. And like she started doing this. It was really funny watching her with Grandpa over the holiday, because she was doing this, like she was doing this blinders, like, oh, no one can see me, I'm being shy, oh no. And so like Grandpa would go like this too, and she'd get a little smirk on her face and that kind of stuff. And it was like the shyness that she had was never even a thing to begin with. So yeah, so it was a really fun holiday. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, so sorry for people who are hoping for me to talk about other things. But I think it was a really good holiday, and a nice way to wrap up the year. And then so to transition, because I'm failing at it today. Speaking of New Year's though, coming up. So I have these like 30-day challenges I know I've talked about before, so I won't like recap that too much. But if there's anybody watching that's interested in kind of having I think I heard Ashley refer to them as accountability buddies, where like if you have like a New Year's resolution, if it's like something that is like a daily thing that you want to keep up on or try or something like that, I have found that doing any of those kind of things is a lot easier to do when you have somebody doing it with you. And I may not be able to do that physically with you in person, but if you want to do it some way, like digitally, if you want to like kind of message me and like here's my resolution and this is what I'm going to try to do, and then I can talk about like what 30-day challenge I'm picking up and talk about that, and just like we could message back and forth, text back and forth if you want to. It'd be a lot of fun to do it with more people than just myself. So if you're kind of feeling the same way about maybe trying to get something done but kind of dreading doing it by yourself, I'm totally there with you, and I'd love to help out if you want. So but anyway, I'm gonna cut myself off here. Sorry if things were a little scatterbrained today. I did end up getting a migraine earlier today, so I'm kind of fighting my way through that a little bit. But well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Take care. The one time she doesn't make the laugh. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Click up here if you want to see the previous Joe Wednesday, and YouTube thinks you might like this one. See you in the next video. Talk to you later.